From the Storm Team 8 Tracking Center, this is a winter weather alert.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Brian Sterling.
And I'm Susan Shaw. It's been a cold and messy day out there in West Michigan. Right now, several counties are either under a winter storm warning or winter weather advisory.
The roads have been slick and dangerous. News 8's been tracking several crashes across West Michigan. Near Hudsonville, there has been a massive pileup on Interstate 196 involving more than 100 cars and dozens of semis. Tonight, we have live team coverage for you. We are tracking the weather conditions across West Michigan, and we have crews monitoring that pileup in Hudsonville.
First, Sarah Flynn and Chief Meteorologist Ellen Baca, who've been following this blast of winter weather. So what's the latest, Ellen?
We're going to be seeing conditions continue to get colder and colder overnight tonight. So actually through the day today, we've seen those temperatures get colder, and that's one of the reasons why road salt has been a little less effective. I want to also talk about the fact that visibility has really taken a big hit, especially close to the lakeshore. You can see Muskegon, we've got a lot of blowing and drifting snow. And so not only are we dealing with the fact that we have ongoing snow showers, we have the wind that's adding to the mix, and that's why we're seeing so many travel impacts across the region. Here's Storm Track Live. We still have a very active radar. We are expecting accumulating snow overnight tonight, especially so west of 131. That really looks like we're going to be seeing some of the impacts maximized, and that's just because that's where the snow is going to continue, and that's also where we're going to hold on to a little bit more powerful wind gusts compared to everyone else. Right now, temperatures falling into the single digits. Our wind chills are well below zero. We're going to stay that way overnight tonight. Winds still gusting in the 20-mile-per-hour range. We are going to start to see, again, some slight improvement, but we got a ways to go before these alerts expire. I want to send it to meteorologist Sarah Flynn. She's going to walk us through what to expect over the next few hours.
Still some snow coming down tonight, especially at the lakeshore. Those are those counties in that winter storm warning that lasts until 7 a.m. tomorrow. We start to see those winds turn a bit, though, as we move throughout the day on Tuesday, and that'll end our lake effect snow chances. So once we start to see that southerly wind at play, some drier conditions for actually much of our Tuesday, it'll hopefully allow for some cleanup to continue taking place. Still going to be really cold out there, though. So unfortunately, as Ellen mentioned, likely still going to see some slick roads across the region. How much more snow is the question? Most of us will see anywhere from about 1 to 3 inches between now and 7 a.m., just about that 13-hour range. We're likely going to see a heavier pocket in portions of Ottawa, Kent, or Allegan counties. Not going to be a widespread system, but those heaviest lake effect snow bands certainly can add up. Winds, a big factor today, too. Still will be breezy tonight, a little bit less tomorrow. Top gusts near that 20 to 25-mile-per-hour range, but very cold. Wednesday is actually the warmest day of our week with a high near 29, and we have yet another system to track there. Ellen will have the latest on that coming up here in just a bit.
All right, Ellen, Sarah, thank you. Now, near Hudsonville, authorities have made a lot of progress in cleaning up a massive pileup on Interstate 196.
Wow, it's believed more than 100 cars were involved with this, along with dozens of semis.
Let's get out to News 8's Duncan McLean with the latest on that situation. Duncan?
Brian, Sue, progress is right. We're live here on 32nd Street in Hudsonville, where all westbound traffic on 196 has been diverted off the highway since about 10:30 this morning when that massive pileup was first announced. It has reopened at this hour. Road Commission crews coming by just about 10 minutes ago to remove the barricades on the on-ramp. They took them away. Now traffic has been restored going up and down both directions on 196. We sat all afternoon on 68th Street in Zeeland as dozens of semi-trucks and dozens more cars and SUVs were untangled from that massive mangled wreck. The Ottawa County Sheriff's Office says at least 9 people were hospitalized. No fatal injuries as we know so far. That truly is an incredible outcome considering the condition of some of the cars that we saw pulled out of that massive pileup over the hours-long cleanup process. The conditions, though, that caused it this morning only getting worse now. The wind continues to blow the snow that has fallen. More snow is coming down right now, and it is frigid cold outside. Not a day to drive tonight, even though the highway has reopened. I'd recommend you stay home. For now, live in Hudsonville, Duncan McLean, News 8.
All right, Duncan, thank you. Many of those involved in that pileup had to be taken to Hudsonville High School, which became the makeshift headquarters for the Ottawa County Sheriff's Office as they sorted through the mess.
Cameron James has been there all day speaking with emergency crews and drivers involved in the crashes. Cam, what's the latest there?
Yeah, Sue, Brian, classes were canceled here today at Hudsonville High School, and yet district buses stayed plenty busy making stops here, dropping off those involved in that pileup and bringing them to a building normally reserved for learning. Today it served as a warming center, a place to recover and to figure out the next steps. The first bus rolled in just after 1:15, nearly 3 hours after initial reports of a wide-spanning crash involving more than 100 cars.
I just heard a thunder and clashing behind me.
Pedro Mata got on the highway at the Hudsonville on-ramp, making his way out to the Holland area to clear snow at his son's house and for his parents. Whiteout conditions slowed his speed to a crawl, but not everyone played it as safe.
A few cars going by real fast, and I noticed the pickup truck in front of me was slowing down, so I attempted to hit the brakes, and I felt my truck slide.
Mata realized he wouldn't have time to slow down before colliding with another vehicle. He veered off the road into deep snow and watched the chaos unfold.
I saw some FedEx swerving left and right, and then I seen semi jackknife, and at that point I knew that it was a pileup.
He was one of the first dozen or so cars involved in that wreck that grew to more than 100 vehicles.
Started looking around, see if people were okay and stuff, and I could still hear the clashing and thundering.
Emergency crews had to fight the elements just to get to the scene.
And when they showed up by the crowds.
Taking Mata along with dozens of others back to Hudsonville High School to stay warm, to recover, and to wait for a ride home.
It was the first time I've been involved in something like this, and it's just, it's a little scary.
The south lot here of the high school campus, now a staging area. We've seen a steady stream of tow trucks, both bringing cars in and new trucks coming in to bring cars to those fixers all around West Michigan today. Even a few people daring to get in their cars and take another go at driving in this treacherous weather. We're live in Hudsonville. I'm Cameron James, News 8.
Boy, looks pretty brutal out there, Cameron. Thank you. Well, if you've been on the roads today, you know it's been slick and dangerous in some areas. Plow crews across West Michigan have been busy all day.
Let's check in now with News 8's Katani Gooch, who's live at the Kent County Road Commission. Katani, what's next for road crews?
Yeah, so I spoke with a representative with the Kent County Road Commission, and he did tell me that their day shift of about 100 truckers should be coming in right now at 6 o'clock to end their shift and head home for the night. And the night side shift is coming in right at 6. Typically, they come in at 9, but they want to kind of get ahead of everything and come in as early as they can. Now, that Representative Steve Roan did tell me that, as Ellen was talking about, that really cold, those temperatures is making it hard for that salt to become effective. So they're using a more abrasive material that you can see behind me a little bit in the warehouse. It's a little bit of a window. That is a salt or a sand mixture that they use to give cars more traction and grit on the floor. So the truckers are coming in. We've seen a couple come in now to just refuel over at the gas station on my left and kind of hit some of those primary roads. Roan did tell me that he wants to remind viewers out there that their first priority is hitting those heavily traveled roads and those interstates and highways, and that's when they then go into those secondary roads. So that's what the night shift is coming in to pick up as they come in tonight and into the morning tomorrow, and then they'll hit those secondary residential roads that are very slick and hazardous. So I have to echo what Duncan said. If you don't have to be out, stay indoors as you can, and if you do have to be out, just practice those tips that we all know so well to drive safe here in West Michigan. But I'll send it back to you in the studio live in Grand Rapids. Katani Gooch, News 8.
All right, Katani, thank you. Allegan and Kalamazoo counties have seen their own share of slick conditions.
News 8's Josh Sanchez has been keeping an eye along US 131 this evening, where a portion of the northbound business loop was closed. Josh?
Yeah, that's right. For part of the day, that on-ramp that goes from the business loop onto 131 was closed as crews worked to clean up a pileup that involved 15 vehicles that happened shortly before 11 a.m. this morning, according to the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office. Now, around 2 o'clock, we could see that crews were still working to remove those wrecks, but about an hour and a half later, that's when the Sheriff's Office said that all lanes were reopened at 131 and West Main Street. Now, it was slow moving for our Kalamazoo team this afternoon from Allegan to Kalamazoo counties. Blowing snow slowed traffic down around 20 miles below the speed limit. Now, some people that are on the road tonight tell me that it's one of the challenges next to those icy spots.
I would say a lot of the blowing snow going back and forth, and then sometimes you get a combination of blowing snow, cars running right by you, big trucks running right by you, so you just kind of have to be cautious on that.
Now this afternoon as well, all westbound lanes on I-94 west of Portage reopened after a crash there. A semi-truck suffered a diesel leak after that crash. Live in Kalamazoo County, Josh Sanchez, News 8.
Josh, thank you. As we get more winter weather throughout the week, make sure you download the Storm Team 8 weather app. You can get the latest updates straight to your phone. It's free to download.